Right. Connection good. Streams up. Alright. Well, time to continue on to the story. Last one, we did a couple of quests, couple of, I think it was like a duty kind of like thing. I don't know. I was able to play Thancred. That was interesting. And to defend the carriages. And then join in on other fights, which was fun. So now, we managed to defend our carriages, the supplies, and destroy theirs. So now we gotta continue on with the next step. So let's see what it is, and begin. Hello there. Alright. And an alien's cold. Next quest, tracks in the snow. What ho, chums? Been given something to do, have you? As it happens, I too have been ordered to make myself useful. Sounds like a rather tall order. Since you ask, where to secure the Evelyn rhyme for survivors. Oh yeah, we gotta look for survivors. What? Wander around ice fields on the off chance you'll find someone? You take forever to finish this job without the benefit of my expertise, or more specifically, my telescope. Come friends, I know just the spot to begin our search. Okay. I'll probably regret this, but we may as well humor him. Okay. See how this goes. Oh, it's an aether current. Definitely take that, because of course I need to pick up these things. Alright. Oh, there they are. That's a big boy. Okay. Now what? I spy with my little telescope a massive sheep thing, or maybe that's a cow that we're after either way. Is that the aether current? Oh no, just the wind sprite. Hmm. Other than that, it's all snow, snow, snow. But, oh. What do I see? Young Hillock. There's no mistaking it. That's a girl. Oh, what? Survivor? Show me. Over there behind that tree, it looks like she's running away from something. Though surely not us. She wouldn't even know we're here unless she had a telescope like mine. All I can tell is that she's wearing a pale green dress, a rather fetching one at that. What are we waiting for? Let's go! She'll be long gone by the time we get anywhere near. But we should be able to follow her footsteps. At least. I'll let Lucia know where you're heading. Oh, and take these warming tinctures with you. Warming tinctures. What is it? The Poor girl must be chilled to the bone, if not on the verge of freezing to death. That's actually very thoughtful, thank you, but won't you need some for yourself? No, I'll be fine. As a man of chivalry, my honor demands I do no less. And let's we forget the very reason we are here is to protect those in need. Now go, and Godspeed. Oh, big boy. He looked at me funny. Trail of fresh footprints lead east. There it is. These footprints appear to be in the same as those you saw previously, and they lead toward the building. Oh, there they are. We're getting closer, I'm sure of it. At first we thought she'd gone inside the building, but the door doesn't look to have been open in some time. She might still be nearby, so we'll keep looking around here. Then again, it's also possible that she ran right past this place. Would you mind searching up ahead? The girl in the green dress anxiously surveys her surrounding. Were you to call out to her from the distance, it might attract wild beasts to your location. It would be safe to get closer first, but you must do so without drawing her attention. Ah, jeez. Follow the girl from a safe distance. The objective will end in failure if you are noticed. Make use of cover such as rocks to approach her without being seen. Similarly, the objective will also end in failure if you fall too far behind. Should you fail to complete this, you may try again by returning to this designated location. Ah, Jesus. stay away. Fuck! Are you kidding me? That was going so well. What the heck? Back. That was bullshit. Keep on going. So the next step is to the rock. Come on. Staying right here. Oh man. Ew. Stay back. This house is packed with explosive. Take another step and I'll blow this place sky high. Are you serious? Please, we just want to talk. Alpha, no, this is my sister Alize and our good friend Shino. We have no intention of hurting or taking anything from you or anyone else. I give you my word. We and our comrades have come to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. Aid? You savages are the ones responsible for all this. You did this to us. Didn't I promise you one of the other reasons we came was to find out what happened here, in fact. Telefori are the ones to blame. They're the ones who laid waste to Garlemald, and they won't stop until they've destroyed the entire world. They're the enemy. Our enemy. On our way we encountered Imperial soldiers who had made their thralls. Those poor souls are now in our care, and we are striving to cure them of their affliction. You're the first person we've met who wasn't already enslaved. How were you able to escape the teleporter's influence? Are there any others like you? I'm sorry, I don't mean to overwhelm you. Let's start with introductions. Can you tell me your name? My name's... I might pronouncing it wrong, but... Licinia. As for how I've managed to stay sane... I've been asking myself the same question ever since that night. And the roar, that terrible roar. And then the screams, I was screaming too, I think... I'm not sure, I can't remember. Then came the silence, everything was still. It was like waking up from a nightmare. I thought that maybe the fighting had stopped, so I stepped outside. Oh, damn. If your hells are real, I saw one that day. I ran past friends, people I'd known all my life, eyes vacant, dead, staring at the sky. Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers, but didn't stay to watch. I fled as far as my legs would take me. It's out there. Do you have family here? Is is this their home? No, this is Victor's Spoils, a mansion for retired soldiers, or it was. But now me and a few others are borrowing it. As for the explosives, I was making that up. Bakers, I just wanted to keep everyone else safe, and I didn't know if you were. The truth is, our supplies are running low. You said you're here to help, can you? Of course, whatever assistance we can provide, we will. Thank you. I'd better tell the others first, though. Wait here. Don't think that's gonna go well. Hope it does. Oh! That's it? This is everyone. Licinia says you can be trusted, but these are desperate times. We'd be fools to let foreign troops into our home. Having said that, were you to provide us with means of heating the place as a sign of goodwill, perhaps we could take you at your word. If that is too much to ask, then leave us be. Time to put my firewood gathering skills to use. Could you provide the spark with a little magic, Alize? Fire burning in no time. May we build it under the gazebo. The what? Oh, you mean the bower? Yes, yes. Do as you will. All right, time to start a fire. These people are cold as hell. Oh, the mighty have fallen. Tomura is writ plain on Tomura is writ plain on her face. Sorry, I'm still finding it hard to come to terms with all that's happened. Now that you're here, though, I'm hoping things might change for the better. You know, I've worked up quite a sweat from all that running about, so I'll leave space around the fire for the others. As you can tell, they're in a far worse state than me. We were planning to look for somewhere warmer or with more food, but they're not going anywhere until we nurse them back to health, which I don't know how to do. Is there anything you can do to help them? I don't know about that, but we'll see. Oh boy. What the? Is that a freaking radio? Listen to music here? We can treat their frostbite and their wounds, but will take time for the fire to do its work. Now would be a good occasion to make use of Eminelian's tinctures. Yeah, tinctures. The ones that can warm the body from the inside out. Would you make sure everyone gets one? Sure. There's only 3 of them. The numbness is beginning to subside, though I suspect once the fire dies, it will return with a vengeance. Nope. Take this. I've never heard of such a thing. No harm trying. But tell me, have you heard aught of the city? Oh, calling it that seems absurd after what's happened. It's nothing but ruins now. The few buildings still standing offer no more than meager protection from wind and snow. Food production, water purification, the magic tech that sustained us has come to a grinding halt. What machine that remains operational cannot be run for lack of ceruleum. Of course, ceruleum ingots full of the stuff for all the good it does us. No one here knows the first thing about extraction or refinement. Geez, like all that when I gave it to you, can you just say thank you and move on? All is well. Yes, never better. Some of this. What sweet libation is this? Is it poison by any chance? Hell no. 'Twas a joke, a joke. If I laugh, 'tis that I may not weep, so said the poet. And alas, my tears would freeze on my cheek ere they fell. We were we are the blessed damned to bear witness to the fall of the great empire while our brethren lie dead or live on as puppets of flesh. First came the war, then came the roar. When morning came, Garlemald was no more. In a cacophony of gunfire, explosions, and screams, was our beloved capital razed to the ground. From the rubble rose the dish-filled remnants, their lavish finery caked in ash as they shuffled mindlessly toward the place, each bearing a fragment of stone or metal, an offering perhaps to the architect of our destruction. A hopeful few tried to reason with the deranged, only to be beaten for their kindness. But I knew better than to plead with the horde, fled with my health, if not my conscience preserved. Now I wait with my fellow cowards for our final judgment. Jesus. You so negative about this? What do you want? I give you this. A tincture. May as well drink it, I suppose. Hey, you didn't shower me with your... Okay, never mind. That? It's a radio. You don't even have them where you come from, I take it. We use them to listen to messages sent by others, even over great distance. What is this contraption? It intrigues me. There are different types, but this model is by far the most popular, made with quality components, crafted with the finest ore sourced from Locust. Ominous it is. Not all that useful since the capital fell into ruin. The people at the broadcasting station must have either fled or ended up like all the others, because all we've been hearing is the same music being played over and over and over and over and over again. Home beyond the horizon. An ode to the brave men and women sent to reclaim our ancestral homeland of Locust and Ominous. We may have founded an empire in these frozen wastes, but we always hope to take back what was once ours. 'Tis a solemn reminder that though we must suffer great hardship, better days will surely come. Despite everything, I believe that Emperor Varus yet lives and that he speaks to us through our radios. It was a cunning strategy faking his murder. He must have foreseen this catastrophe and chosen to conceal himself that he may one day make his triumph return. Jeez. Yes, I'm sure of it. Emperor Varus would not be defeated so easily. What's thundering now? That's not good. So this is what you gave the others. Thank you, I'll save it for later. Actually, I have a few things to ask you. Shoot. Are you part of the group staying in... Damn. Are you part of the group staying in... Laturum? Laterum? I saw Legatus Vergilius troops heading towards the Magna Glacies a few days ago. Are they the ones you encountered? Maybe. Camp Broken Glass, you call it. And Vergilia and her men are all there now. So how did you reach the Magna Glacies? Did you cross the mountains on foot? I mean, yeah. But We use airships first. Then there might be way to Lucian. Where is everyone? Oh, something the matter? Who's behind that door? A voice from inside, you say. You must be imagining things. Everyone's out here. Perhaps a baby all nasty has found its way into the house. It wouldn't be the first time. Without the soldiers to scare them off, wild animals have been roaming closer to the settlement. Some have been known to attack people too. I've just had an idea. If you and yours are strong enough to defeat uh, Legatus, then surely a few beasts shouldn't pose a threat. If you might to continue helping us, perhaps you could head to the other side of the lake. There's a small group of tappers living there, people whose job was to extract ceruleum. They still do, from what we can tell. I've already tried asking if they would share their fuel with us, but they're not willing to give it away. They want food in exchange, lots of food, and that's something we don't have and we can't get. And we can't get our own. We can't get our own. On top of that, to even reach their den, we've had to make our way past all those creatures. Would you be willing to go in our place? We only need enough ceruleum to last until the others are strong enough to travel to your camp. If the offer still stands, that is. Oh, and I don't expect you to give up your own supplies, but there might be another way to pay the tappers. Okay. You best watch out for baby homeless while we're away. If it's ceruleum you need, then ceruleum you shall have. Thank you so much. To reach Tapper's Den, you'll have to cross the lake. The ice is thick enough to support a person's weight, but if you'd rather not take the risk, you'll need to take the long way around. Finding the entrance can be a little tricky, can be a bit tricky too, so it's easier to just look for someone standing guard outside. However you decide to head there, please be careful. Okay. Oh crap, I just forgot. This is still one quest and then now she's adding more shit to it. I could. Oh. Oh wait, I'm soon here, but not here. The hell did you find this? This one lady told me. What do you mean I stand out like a sore thumb? If the purebloods over the victor's spoils hadn't given away our location, you never found us. Those stuck up arseholes? Really? Arseholes? Thought they could come waltzing in here, demanding ceruleum with nothing to offer in return. Ha! Looks like the boot's on the other foot now. The capital's gone to shite. Oh my god, just say shit. So they've resorted to sending you to negotiate. I know your game. Sellsword, if they think we'll give in to intimidation, they got another thing coming. Oh! Why? Alright then. Oh, Alize. Just after you left, Lucia asked me to go and catch up with you, in case you needed a hand. Someone must have let slip that I have a little experience in transporting barrels of ceruleum. Okay. So this is Tapper's Den. Well then, after you. Right? What are you happened to the guards? I kicked their ass. Says the rebels here to save the people of Garlemald. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why in the hells would you pass up the chance to put those Imperial bastards to the sword? Let me guess, none of you are Garlean. You were brought here from other lands. Yerabina, Yangxia, Bajan, Baja Damaska, to name but a few. Some dragged here against our will, others fed bollocks about a better life, all put to work extracting ceruleum. All given to the esteemed title of in placing us firmly on the bottom rung of the ladder. But the whole hatchery means nothing in the new Garlemald. Says Weep. Oh, about the only thing that's escaped more or less unscathed is Cerulia Ingus, still sustaining us, even with our paymasters out of the picture. We hear you're experts in drawing up ceruleum from the bottom of the lake, but how can you do that if it's frozen over? Huh, wouldn't you like to know? Trade secrets, I'm afraid. At any rate, if it's not as it's not as if ceruleum is used for much these days. Well, with the city in ruins, we take enough to power our hearts and save the surplus for later. And though it helps stave off the cold, it does sod all about our hunger unless we can trade it anyway. Speaking of which, be sure to tell your contingent we've got ceruleum by the barrel full. If they're interested, we'll exchange it for whatever provisions they're willing to spare. certainly ask, but if you're all free to, but if you're all free to go now, why carry on living here? Free to go? Go where? Even if we manage to get back to our homelands, there'd be nothing left for us, thanks to the Empire, and the knowledge and skills we required working here would be particularly useful outside of Garlemald. So we're staying for the time being. Long as there's a need of cerulean, we'll find a way to get by, even if Garlemald, as we knew it, is gone for good. Gone for good. Regardless of what the Ilsbar contingent does for the people of Garlemald, the Empire itself is already a thing of the past. For many, that would be cause of celebration, while for others, their whole way of life had been turned upside down. After all the atrocities committed in the Empire's name, perhaps it is for the best that it is consigned to history. But what of the ordinary people? Their lives, their stories, should they be forgotten too? I suppose there'll be plenty of time to ponder for that for later. For now, let's see about getting some ceruleum. Alright. Hey! Level up! 83. Nice. At the end of the trail. So, you've come seeking ceruleum, have you? Yes. Give me all that shit. What? Those pure bloods up at Victor's Spoils sent you to turn to their enemies for help. They must be more desperate than I thought. Then again, Lucinia's got her little sister to think about. A sister? But we only saw Lucinia and 3 men. It's possible she died from whatever was ailing her. If she needed treatment, I doubt there'd be any way to get it around here. I may have refused Lucinia at first, thinking she'd come back with something to exchange, but I can spare them a bottle's worth of ceruleum. Consider a reward for introducing me to the rest of your contingent. Be sure to send them our way here. Okay. I can't for the life of me think why Lucinia would keep her sister a secret from us. But we can ask about that after we deliver the ceruleum. Come on, let's hurry back. Okay. I want to poke him. Whoop! Go. This isn't right, it's too quiet. Would have thought Alfno would still be treating them by the fire, but they're nowhere to be seen. I'll look inside the house while you search outside. They can't have gone far. Okay, if Alphino's missing, that's not good either. What the hell? It's Alphino. What the hell happened here? They asked me to help carry supplies, but when I followed them back here, they attacked me. Caught me off guard, forced me to defend myself. I fear they fared rather worse than me. You can't fool us, we know what you're about. Vultures, that's what you are. Waiting in the wings for us to show weakness, then in you swoop. Here to help? What a riot. Oh, what a rot, he says. All a ploy to make us over our guard. Let you in, put ourselves at your mercy, put us in chains, steal our lands, get your revenge. You're wrong. That's not what any of us want. Say the army gets for later. We've got bigger problems. I found empty medicine bottles and a bed of that was still warm. It's true, Lucinia was hiding her sick sister inside the house. Dun dun dun. But now, there's no sign of either of them. Where are they? Where did they go? Away from you and yours. And if you think I'll tell you, you're a fool. I'd never give up my people. We're trying to help them, you idiot. Her sister's ill. The empty bottles proves it. So the medicine ran out. Or she put it in her pockets to make it easier to carry. Or to avoid the sound of clicking glass. There are beasts everywhere. How could you let them go alone? To protect them from you. You invade our homeland, tainted with the same sorcery used to slay our countrymen. A garland should sooner die than suffer the insult. Better for them to flee, keep their purity intact, than be corrupted by your vile magics. We were waiting for the chance to free them, since the moment you arrived. This is getting us nowhere. I cannot say how Lucina and her sister will react when we find them, but find them we must. Go on without me, both of you. I first need to tend to my injuries, and theirs. I will join you in your search, in the search after. Alright, be careful. Are you sure you want to stay alone? We'll do our best to find them quickly. Alright, let's do it. There's only one path out here, so that's where we'll start. Two sets of footprints. Young woman, judging by the size. And this is definitely them. Come on. The trail stops at the frozen lake. Perhaps they chose this route so as not to leave footprints. I can't think of any reason. Look at this place. It's crawling with beasts. And I can only imagine how hard it must be for her alien sister to cross the ice. We could really do without Fnot's help, but we can't afford to wait for him. Let's split up and look for clues. In short, Scooby-Doo this crap. Where? How could they be? Over here, maybe? Oh my god. That is a level... Yeah, I'm gonna get wrecked over there. So yeah. Other side. Where could they be? Alright, so this area is big. They're not in the caves, because they can't go there. Where could they be? Oh! Out of my way. The bottle smells faintly of alcohol. The thin coating of dirt indicates it has been here for some time, and it is unlikely to have any connection to Lucinia or her sister. Damn it. Empty bottle, so that's... Scratch that off. Gotta be a clue somewhere. There's one right there. Half buried piece of paper? The white paper half buried in the snow appears to be a flyer for a theater group, though the run of the show's advertised has long since ended. Okay. Come on. Where are you? There it is. Another clue. Fresh blood. Oh no. The blood staining the snow appears to be fresh, judging by the amount. The victim may have been wounded. The trail of blood leads southeastward. Southeast was this way. 20 seconds. Licinia! Is that her sister? No. The two bodies are already cold.
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked. No. Why? Why wouldn't they?
Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have... We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold. I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it, but Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all. I want to understand, so I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
Could have listened, but I didn't want to. Blame them and you cannot. Because we're not one of them, they say. Oh. move on now. Must have been something we could have done, but what? Should we have never come here? Would they still be alive if we hadn't? Alphina's resolve may be shaken, but he has not forgotten his duty. We have already caused enough harm here. Let us return to the camp before we cause any more. As for those inside the house, we should send someone to take care of them. Someone who isn't us. All we can do for now is make a report to Lucia and do everything in our power to prevent further tragedy. So let us linger here no more. Come. A way forward. All right. All right. Before I go and report to Lucinia, I'm gonna use this real quick. Be back. All right. I'm back. Let's report. Alexander and Alpha tell me they have finished their preliminary search for survivors, but refrain from saying much more than that. Clearly they are reluctant to provide details. Might ask for your account. Well, she hit the fan. That's all I can say.
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the Victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Lucinia and her sister, please do so.
sorry to have put you through this.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Populares, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald. The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's Third Legion clashed with the First, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
It brings to mind events of the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Xenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the Third Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvis is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, the First Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varus giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
This sounds awfully familiar.
We have something to show you all.
Avaris spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
My friends, I must speak with you.
Serena.
A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
I think we do.
Who do we have here?
Garleans? Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
I am Lucia Junius, a Temple Knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Iulus Pier Norbanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths. If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
I'm going with you. And what would your mother say if I let you 2 go by yourselves? So I'm just gonna choose that I'm going along with you. Or, nah, I guess it wouldn't be that fun if I didn't pick this.
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause, but you will proceed with the utmost care.
A couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
You will be received as invited guest, and so I urge you to observe proper social etiquette and conduct yourselves accordingly. Your safe return takes precedence above all else. Remember this. Thancred in particular would be worried sick if you are gone too long. May the fairy watch over and keep you. Alright, no funny business now. Are you and the children ready? I'll explain the route once we're outside your camp. If anyone attempts to follow us, we will judge it an act of hostility. We will not hesitate to take appropriate measures. I would expect nothing less. You have our full cooperation. Alright, this is far enough. Listen carefully. We head over that hill, then follow the road until we reach Liminal Station 4. Children in the lead, I want you where I can see you. We do have names, you know. I'm Alize and he's Alphanode. And last but not least, there's Shino. Shino, where have I heard that before? No matter, Alphanode and Alize will watch the road ahead while we bring up the rear. I wasn't lying about there being many dangers, so you're to run, not saunter. Run towards the station. If you even think about going for your weapon, the deal's off. Should any creatures bar the way, we go around them. Once you choose to depart, Ulysses will accompany you. Alpha and Alize will begin moving towards the destination. Make your way to Liminal Station 4 without falling behind. If you leave Julius behind for any reason or lose sight of Alpha and Alize, you may try again by returning to the starting point. God damn it, ready to make a dash for station? That's a bear. Oh, son of a bitch. Just keep running. He'll go away. Alright, they don't get aggro, but I do. This is at the first stop, that is. Good. It looks like your friends knew better than to follow us. Are these your headquarters? No. We're stopping here so I can check for pursuers. Since it appears you've kept your side of the bargain, we can carry on. Okay. North of the station is Regal Domarum, one of the main residential areas, or at least it was. The afflicted roam the streets in packs. They'll tear us to shreds if given the chance. Keep close, no wandering off. Understood? Okay. This knows only too well that danger lurks around every corner. From here, we'll be heading northeast, keeping to the left of the railway. While the route itself is straightforward, getting past the hordes unseen is anything but. Keep your weapons at the ready. They would attack their own countrymen? Aye, they spare their own but slaughter the rest without hesitation. Though we'll try to avoid detection, the chances of sneaking by completely unnoticed are slim at best. I will lead the way, but in the event we are seen, we are to fight them off. Those two will follow us, provided they can refrain from drawing their weapons. While I doubt they would be foolish enough to stab their guard in the back, I will not take that chance. With that said, let us proceed. Ah, hell. I see where your comrades chose you. Surely our contingent has a cure for the afflicted, or tempered, as we call them. Your people will need to be taken into custody that we may administer the treatment, but they will eventually regain their sanity. Is that so? For all I know, your treatment would simply force them to forsake one master for another. As far as I and my legion are concerned, they are no longer our people, they're beyond saving. Those who fought differently and tried to reason with them were butchered for their bleeding hearts. Come, we have to keep moving. Oh, hell. Looks like we're not being followed. We will continue onward. I meant what I said. These people deserve only death. I stayed my hand before only out of desire to remain undiscovered, and that is still the higher priority. We should continue to avoid any unnecessary confrontations. Keep following the railway. Saiga creature. More of them. Just keep following the railway. And time to run. Those creatures. Oh god. What Look at what they become. Would you still stand there and claim that they can be cured? Those exposed to the vast quantity of the primals ether may suffer severe corruption. Even with treatment, such victims are beyond salvation. Then you admit it. Now that you have seen these monstrosities for yourself, perhaps you will think twice before speaking of a cure. Isn't there something up there? Sworn. Okay, so I'm sure I can go over here and just activate the ether, right? Was it up here? Is it underground? Yes, it is. It's there. Yeah, I can see that, but you're not freaking clicking. You kept your side of the agreement, so I will keep mine. This way. This is Tertium, one of Garlemald's largest stations. It now serves as our headquarters. I've already seen the twins ahead. I will be with you soon. So wait for me at the bottom of the stairs. Okay. And backfeed. And backfeed. Theodora. It's underground. anything else. Well, that's bull. Plan to see why they chose this as their base of operations. They could have done a lot worse. Even so, I imagine it's not the easiest place to live. Indeed, if Julius was willing to make the perilous journey to Camp Broken Glass in search of food, their own supplies must be all but exhausted. They may be shielded from the wind and snow, but it's still bitterly cold. Much like Victor's spoils, it must be a constant struggle to keep their people warm. But you may be here as my guest. The others will not take kindly to your presence. My commander's in the locomotive over there. Hey. No way there.
These are their chosen representatives.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
Yes, sir. I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Vankina, Legatus of the First Legion.
The first? I had no idea you had survived.
We lost our Emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye. In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable. Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps. 'Twas only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and Empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varys understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, aye. But if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this.
We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit. If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat. And after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald? Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not share your heritage? That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not? Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils. That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope. It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter. You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you if you cooperate.
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but there is one condition. Collar them.
What are these?
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock.
Son of a bitch.
Stop! Keep away from that one. The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed. Even if she allowed herself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If she refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
Because even the most bitter adversary may one day see reason. When the closest flecks of nice, meeker though it may be, we must share the warmth of our fire.
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be. You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
Why do you do this game? The more you show Oshifant, the more it hurts. And it still does, even though it's been so long. Why you gotta put in his picture and his words? Are you gonna put more of his words in this game? You did it on the last expansion. Well, can I now do this? It's still not responding. Alexander and Alphanar on those damn freaking collars. Well, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna call it for now. It's a bit shorter than usual, but it is getting pretty late. But glad I was able to do a little bit more. So eventually I will be able to do a bit longer, because I do plan on doing that. Only when I'm not busy. But we'll stop here for now and continue on next time. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Good night.